All right, hello again, ladies and genitals. Welcome on back to the Splash Zone. I am your host with the most splash, and welcome to the first official part of the beginner's guide to Phasmophobia. From kind of a beginner. This is part one, taking place here on Tanglewood Drive, one of the three smallest maps, I would say, next to Willow and Camp Woodwind. We are doing this on amateur. This will allow us to get a longer hunt grace period, short hunt durations. Sanity pills do a lot better, and just in case you do die, you do regain half of your lost equipment value. And I'll kind of go a little bit more into the hunt grace periods and the longer setup times as we get into it. If you didn't see part 0, well, first off, I'll link it up here. That is a video where we went over some more of the specifics of the equipment and what we're going to be using them for, and why I'm bringing specifically what you see here. I have tweaked that a little bit since, like I'm bringing one less camera and stuff like that. So if you need a second to copy what I've got, feel free to pause the video. I will kind of scroll down a little bit, let you see. Otherwise, bring what you'd like. After all, you are the only one who controls your own destiny. Do not let me do that for you. So I think that's just about everything. I'm gonna go ahead and ready up, and I will meet you guys in Tanglewood. All right, here we are inside of the truck. Congratulations, you're halfway to finding the ghost. You've actually made it to the location. So every time you spawn in, you'll get this lovely guy on the radio. I'm having a little bit of stuttering. Who'll throw some flavor text at you about the house. And you can see here, anything that you've brought will be on this wall here. I'm going to go over a little bit of the extra stuff in the truck really quick before we grab our stuff and go in. So this is case 202. Against Larry Sweeney. Now you can say the ghost name to provoke it, but I highly recommend it unless you're trying to get it to hunt. It responds to everyone. If you're playing in multiplayer, it can either be unknown, everyone, or people who are alone. And this is the set of optional objectives that we will be aiming to get today. Fairly easy. EMF reader, evidence, salt, and a motion sensor. This board also will show off any photos that you take with one of the many photo cameras that you will bring if you followed my loadout. It's nice because they add little flavor post-it notes each time you take an actual photo of value. You can see them in here as well. I'll kind of go over a little bit about photos as we head into the map. I will go over these screens real quick briefly. I won't be touching on sound sensors as I didn't bring any. The total activity board, this will show what exactly is happening in the house. Depending on what the ghost is doing, it will be anywhere from 0 all the way to 10. 10 is if it is hunting. It is good to keep track of that in multiplayer in case you have somebody out here at all times. We're really only concerned if it hits this little 5, because that is almost the same as hitting EMF level 5. So just keep an eye on that. Keep that in the back of your mind. Don't let that be like the only way that you find it, because we have that little thing here. And then your sanity. The one thing you should know about this is that your goal is to try to keep it high so that way the ghost cannot hunt you. It cannot hunt you within the first 5 minutes on amateur anyways. So that is that grace period in a sense that we were talking about at the beginning. And when you do things like just wander in the dark, if you use a cursed possession, if the ghost does like an event or perhaps even hunts, that can also lower your sanity. So just keep an eye on that. This is for keeping track of your cameras. I'll show you that more once we get a camera in there. For now, grab your strong flashlight, grab an EMF reader, and a camera. One thing I can also recommend, if you're having trouble with the EMF reader, on amateur, the power is on, hence why I haven't really touched on the map too much. So you can instead bring the thermometer in and look for the ghost room that way, as it will usually be in the coldest point in the house. If you wanted to look at the map and find the power box, you can hit the arrows here. It tells you each level. What I was not working for some reason. So the power's in the basement. We don't really need to worry about it unless the ghost turns that bad boy off. What is going on here? Okay, and we're going to grab the key and go right in. So what I like to do when I prioritize something, especially on amateur mode, it's raining. I like to find the bone first and the cursed possession. That's usually what I do in every difficulty. And you can see here, I'll show you the lights. Wink. And just turn the light on as you see fit. All the doors will also start closed at the very beginning. A door has just opened though. It was this one. We're gonna take a picture of it. It's an interaction, so that leads me to believe that it is not fingerprints. That's good. We have already kind of found where the ghost could be. It could be in the basement, it could be somewhere in the living room. In the meantime, I'm going to really quickly look for the cursed possession. I usually start back here in the baby's room. This is where the music box can spawn, and that is what we got. I do not advise messing with your cursed possessions early on, as you will get rid of that grace period, and it will absolutely hunt you and kill you, and it is not fun. So we're looking for a bone as well now. When I say bone, I mean quite literally human remains. So I'm going to search every room here. We kind of know where the ghost is, so I don't feel too pressured to hurry. As in... Oops. As in, discover what kind of ghost. Had a really early interaction, though. So, that's good. And it also helps that being on amateur, we get that little bit of extra time. So, the bone can realistically be anywhere, as long as you can get to it, and as long as the ghost can technically wander to it, then it will be. Yeah, see, here we go. We found the bone. You highly recommend take a picture of it, pick it up with E. Congratulations, it's now part of your collection. It also, okay, it has officially touched this door now as well. I'm gonna take a picture of this door, like so. And I'm going to drop my camera. I only have my flashlight in my hand, and I'm going to run back to the truck. The least amount of stuff that you can have in your hands, the better, especially in solo. Since you are only one person, it is a little difficult to kind of grab all this stuff just by your lonesome. So you can see if you look in your photo book, we've gotten a bunch of 3-star photos. The trick is realistically just getting as centered and close to the object as possible most times, but not too close. Maybe you can find a good middle ground some way. I'm going to bring in a UV flashlight. I'm going to bring in a camera. I'm going to show you how this works. If we get ghost orbs, the ghost will be easy to track this way, which will be nice. We may not be this lucky, but we will see. Okay, it's an event. I don't have my flashlight, which kind of sucks. That was a ghost event, which is, I guess it's good that we got it early. You'll know it's a ghost event if the lights don't start to mess up, as well as this door here does not slam shut. The ghost will also kind of like be stuck, if you will, for a second, like he can't move. So if the ghost like, oh, where is that? Oh, it is EMF 5. It touched this door and it is not giving us fingerprints. So we're going to go to evidence here, EMF level 5, and I'm going to take a picture of the door once more. Now this photo camera is empty. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to drop the camera out here. I am going to grab my thermometer, and I am going to see if we can, and you can see the EMF 5 here as well, which definitely confirms that. I'm going to see if we can use this to spot the ghost. As for a camera, I don't really know where it is, so I don't want to double down on that. And I will bring a dots projector as well. Our sanity is looking at 88. We're looking pretty good. We're going to go in and see if we can find exactly what room the ghost is in. The nice thing about the... about the power automatically being on in an amateur game is that the house will immediately be warmed up and it will tell you where the ghost is. It's one of the easier ways to do it. So you just kind of walk around with the thermo gun. I am in Fahrenheit, so bear with me. There's not a lot of stuff over here. I think it might be in the garage. Which door did you touch this time? Touch this door. Okay. And my belief is that it's somewhere around here. It touched the door again. The weird thing is I am not getting any big temperature drops on my thermometer. In fact, it is 70 degrees in here. Now in this room, it's 40. So I'm going to assume that the ghost is actually in here. I'm going to drop this camera. Please quit. I'm going to drop it like right here. However, I am going to use it to look for ghost orbs first. Oh my god. Okay, it was an event. The event still scared the shit out of me, admittedly. So it is definitely in here. I am gonna go out on a limb and say that it's in here. So, wow, I'm glad that we got that all settled up. I'll go ahead and I'll show you the camera real quick. And you can also see our sanity is dropping quite quickly as well. You can scroll through by left clicking on the mouse. You can turn the camera on, or the night vision on and off with the keyboard. And from what I can see, there are no ghost orbs. We may take a second and see. So the dots projector will kind of show you like a silhouette, if you will, of a ghost like walking or running through it. It is one of the harder pieces of evidence to get along with the ghostwriting book. So on my next run through, I am going to bring a ghostwriting book in there, as well as a spirit box. Hopefully we can get a good response off of it. So let's go ahead and run back in there. On my next trip in, I will probably be bringing a crucifix, to be honest. I don't necessarily know what kind of ghost that we're looking at. We haven't gotten fingerprints yet. I don't believe we're going to get fingerprints, if I'm going to be honest, but I should have checked. I'm just a big dummy for doing that. So for the spirit... Whoa, I thought I saw something. Spirit box, right click to turn it on. Wow. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Oh, look at that. Ghostwriting. I did not bring another photo camera in. Okay. We're going to go run out of the house, and I'm going to do the journal entry because this ghost has been oddly active. And always assume that the house isn't safe. I would not mess with that inside of the house unless you know for sure that it cannot hunt you. So that's good. We're gonna bring in a photo camera. I'm gonna bring in a crucifix just so that way it cannot hunt us. I'm gonna bring in the photo camera. That way I can get some more pictures. So you can take a picture of the ghostwriting book. It counts as evidence. Also take a picture of things like things that it throws. Excuse me, like that. You can take pictures of the ghost, which I really wish I had. But I haven't been able to get one. It threw the ghostwriting book, even though it wrote in it. Interesting. It's throwing this plate in here as well. Okay. So, one little trick that I would like to show you here is when you get two pieces of evidence, you only need one more. Now, there are some impossible combinations that will allow you to rule out that specific piece of evidence. So you'll see that we have EMF level 5 and we have ghostwriting. You can see that if we have fingerprints, it's a myling. If we have freezing, it's a shade. If we have spirit box, it's a spirit. Now that means that it cannot be dots projector and it cannot be ghost orbs because there is no combination in the game that allows you to get these two pieces of evidence. So we're going to cross them out. We're going to completely leave them crossed out. That means that these are the three that we're looking for. I don't have very high hopes because we haven't gotten anything off of Spirit Box. Fingerprints has been a big dud, and it is not freezing as of yet. So I'm going to bring in the salt, and we're hopefully going to get some pictures. However, beforehand, I want to show you how OP sanity pills are in single player. So I mentioned it. I may have mentioned it, may have not. Your sanity drains slower while you're by yourself. Your sanity pills, also, since you got 4 of them all for you, you don't really have to pop them very sparingly. But you see we're at 66 sanity right now. This brings us almost to 100. So use that to your advantage. If you don't want to be hunted, I would say around the 60% mark, bring one in, or take one before you go back in, and you should be good. Now, of course, things like the events and sitting in the dark and stuff will make that I think that a little more difficult, but you got a footprint. Look at that. So it's F to place the salt mounds on the ground. We do not have footprint. Like, it's interesting. I don't know if that's a... Oh, it turned off the breaker. I do not know if that's a thing with a specific ghost or how that works. That might be something that I look at. But you can take pictures of the footprints. Those count as interactions. You can usually get UV footprints. I think that may have something to do with the ghost that we have, so I would like to keep that in mind. I am going to try Spirit Box again. Where are you? Are you here? Alrighty, it is Spirit Box, so it is a spirit. Congratulations, you have just figured out your first ghost, if this happens to be for you too. So I'm going to take a picture of that. You can see the little feeties. Take a picture of that. I do have 1 photo left. We still need to bring a motion sensor in here. So I'm going to do that. And then we might do something that perhaps could be considered a little wacky, a little goofy, and perhaps even a little silly. And we might try to get a ghost photo. Now, the way that I'm suggesting to do this, you may not want to, you may. It's totally up to you. I would recommend not doing this. If you have found your ghost and you are satisfied, I would recommend, if you just wanted to leave, go for it. However, I would like to show you some of the, well, there's the motion sensor. Got all of our objectives done. I'd like to show you some really neat things, especially with the cursed objects. I think I'm going to make like a whole video on cursed objects, to be honest, because I would like to show you all the locations in Tanglewood, in which I might just make like a short video for it, a really short video. But I want to go over all the cursed objects, what they do, maybe get to showcase them, and this is not really a good place for it. So I'm going to bring in this, a lighter, and I think that I am going to bring in this camera because it's got 5 pictures, and I guess I only really have 1 shot at this anyways, but fuck it, we ball. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Actually, I'm going to leave this here. Let me pick this up. So we're going to grab this. I do not have my flashlight. Do not recommend that you run around without a flashlight. This is the music box. So what the music box does, you can see it closed when I went outside. What the music box does is it will lure the ghost to an area of which the music is being played. Now, the closer you are to the box, the more sanity will drain. And if you kind of get near the box while the ghost is near it, it could piss the ghost off, and that's no bueno. If you start the music box and you throw it, the music box will break, the ghost will get pissed off, and it will start what's called a cursed hunt, which are usually longer than your regular hunts. And I don't know how much, if they're too much more brutal, but I would not recommend it if possible. So what we're going to do is I'm going to... Oh, this is going to be so ballsy. I'm going to start the music box and back up to my camera spot, take a picture, and hide. So your hiding spots can be in these closets and in certain other areas. I'm going to be using this closet. I think this is the safest option. So, here goes nothing. You can kind of hear the ghost singing along to it. Here it comes. As you can see, I missed the picture, but okay, it's over. Cool, so we missed the picture. That's fine. The music box broke. I think it broke as I was getting close to it, so that's what happened there. But missed the ghost photo. Not gonna get them all. I'm still not too good at getting ghost photos, and that didn't even bring our sanity down that bad. So it's fine with me. We still almost got an all 3-star book. We got the bone. We found the cursed object, the picture of it, and we know what the ghost is. So I'm going to head on back to the lobby, and I will see you on the end screen where we will find out if we are correct or not. All right, it looks like we were correct. So once you get to this end screen here, it'll go over all the objectives if you got them, give you the little money amounts, give you a reward multiplier based off of the difficulty and based off of the quality of your photos and what you took photos of. You will get a nice little reward. If you do any daily or weekly challenges, they will be below here and it'll give you a flat amount as well. And it will tell you the ghost type regardless of if you got it correct or not. You'll also get a nice 100 XP to get you to your next level. And you can even go over some specific things if you want detailed statistics, game summary of like time in the ghost room, all that stuff. So that is the first game of the series. Hopefully you learned something from this and it helps give you the confidence to move forward in your own solo ghost hunting adventures. Next we will probably be doing Willow Street. We'll do Camp Woodwind, Grafton, Ridgeview, Edgefield. Maybe not these two in particular order, and Sunny Meadows will be the last one. We'll do Bleasdale and then Sunny Meadows restricted, and that'll be it for the beginner series, as these are all of the small maps. I feel like those are the best ones for a beginner, and if you want to see more of a bigger map walkthrough, feel free to leave me a comment down below or just leave one in general. Tell me how you feel about the series. Leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. Totally fine with me. Have any questions, leave them down below. I will do my best to answer them. And yeah, if you enjoy more content like this, I hope you stick around. I think that's all I have for you today. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.